Your network is your net worth. What does that mean? You've probably heard this saying before where people say, John, it's not who you know, but it's who knows you. So, I just want to give you some examples. I've been here in Dubai for a couple of weeks now. I've met some incredible people. And it's interesting to see that sometimes less is more. Sometimes slower is faster. I mean, I've been here for 2 weeks and I'll be flying back today. But I just wanted to share with you that, 3 lessons that I've learned when it comes to your network is your net worth. The first lesson is that it really has to be all about value add, right? So when you meet somebody, what value can you add to them? Like, what are some of the things that they need help with and support with? Because a lot of times when people start relationships, they always think about, okay, what's in it for me? But actually the saying is what's in it for them. So, you can find people, for example, we have people over here who are just starting a business, they need funding. Do I know people with funding? Of course I do. So they say to me, well, John, I've got this great idea, but if I can just get funding for it, this would allow it to go from here to here. So first thing I always recommend is always make sure that you always tell them what's in it for them and always see how you can help. That's the first thing. The second lesson I've got for you is this. And the second lesson is that you've always got to see a win-win situation. And also for me, like when I'm meeting people, I'm always looking at, how can this apply to them, but also to me as well. So you create what we call an ecosystem. I'll give an example. So I have a friend out here who does a lot of businesses, and what they do is they take them public. So they say, hey, John, I know that you run, conferences with thousands of people who attend, and typically my audience are people who are business owners, entrepreneurs. By the way, if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, let me know below. I'd love for you, to see who you are, so we can connect. But I just think that the second lesson is like, how can you create an ecosystem? So for example, for a lot of people who attend my training programs, who attend my conferences and my seminars, I said to this person, I said, hey, you know what? If you, and they've got specific criteria, so they have to be turning over a certain amount of money, they have to be within a certain time period. So if these people are fit the criteria, I can say, hey, you know what, if you speak to this person, you'll be able to get funding, you'll be able to take that company to the next level. So that's the second lesson I learned when it comes to creating win-wins. And the third lesson of your network equals your net worth is really truly making a connection. Meaning you've got to find people who you can connect with, but on a deeper level, not just about business. Because it's interesting stuff, 2 friends of mine, we had a sort of mastermind session yesterday whilst we were eating vegan food, and the vegan food was amazing. And it wasn't, and as we started talking, all 3 of us, we were just like, like we could do this and make a lot of money, or we can do this and sorry, I'm in the car right now. We can do this, but it won't make a lot of money, but it'll make a bigger impact. So every time we're doing things, like when you're creating a relationship, your network is your net worth. Always find people who have a similar message to you. Always find people who really like people that you can support, but also your values need to be aligned. And I think when you understand these 3 principles, it makes a massive difference. And then life, sometimes when you start a business, it feels like you're hitting a brick wall, doesn't it? But when you work with the right people, it feels very fluid, it feels very, very safe, it feels very easy. Like there's no friction. And when you find great people to work with, this is one thing that will make your life a lot easier. For those of you who want to create successful businesses, if you want to start earning more income, if you want to make a bigger impact, this is what I would call your network equals your net worth. So really hope you found this useful. If you like this, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment below with some of your thoughts on this as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and also share this with a few people so they can learn some of these lessons as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.